Can you see your destiny in God? These were the words ringing in our ears as we started off in Tela, Honduras in 2005. This was our first crusade, and look, people were coming. There was a real excitement. People were dancing, rejoicing, and anticipating what God was going to do. Though we didn't see the miracles that would come later, the Lord's presence was moving in powerful ways. Of the thousands of people that came to the crusade that weekend, less than 75 responded to the gospel invitation. The number seemed so small, but the Holy Spirit used it to ask us a big question. What is the value of a soul? It was not about the size of the crowd that mattered. It was all about the gospel. We moved on to Santa Cruz, Honduras in 2006. This is where the first miracles began, as God confirmed his promise to follow the gospel with signs and wonders. And we saw it. From a girl who had been ran over by a bus, receiving strength to walk again, to a secret assassin radically saved and healed from back pain, to the mighty deliverance of a young woman who had been bound up by ropes and led to the crusade by her father and brothers. We had seen the glory and manifest presence of the Lord, and it had overwhelmed us. And this is where we received our name, Light of Life International, or LOLI. In light of his presence and power, we were called to be lowly, broken, and okay with being invisible. It was an invitation to take his hand and walk with him into the unimaginable places. More crusades in Honduras followed, but soon the Lord started opening doors into other nations. Just look at what the Lord did. In 2009, in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, we witnessed the fire power of the Holy Spirit fall in one of the most unlikely settings. Torrential rains had come down so hard the crusade field had been transformed into a swamp, with mud everywhere. But people still came, and so did the Holy Spirit. People fell on their faces before the presence of the Lord, to the point ushers ran to pull them out of the muddy waters. Others lifted up their faces in the rain and worship, lost in his glorious presence. 5 years in, and we were starting to see our destiny in God. Thousands of souls saved, countless lives changed, outpouring in demonstrations of the Holy Spirit presence and power. The lame walking, blind eyes opening, deaf ears hearing, marriages restored. Each step was preparing us for what was to come next. But we had no idea, still, how much larger the call would become.